Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this training session brought to you by 𝐏𝐞𝐝𝐚 Academy for Educational Development in collaboration with the School Education Department, Punjab. This program is designed specifically for primary educators like you who play a critical role in shaping young minds and laying the foundation for lifelong learning. In this session, we will discuss the concept of pedagogy and its importance in primary education. We will explore how pedagogical skills can enhance your teaching and ensure that you are meeting the needs of every learner in your classroom. चलिए शुरू करते हैं और ये जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि पेडागोजी क्या है और इसकी अहमियत और ज़रूरत क्यों है। आइए एक वीडियो देखते हैं।
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Teaching Partner. Today we are going to explore the concept of pedagogy and dive into 5 major pedagogical approaches. And I would like to share real life examples to illustrate each one. So pedagogy refers to the art and science of teaching. It encompasses the strategies, techniques and methods that educators use to facilitate learning. Pedagogy is not just about imparting knowledge, it's about creating an environment where students can engage with the material and develop a deeper understanding of the subject matter. So let's discuss 5 major pedagogical approaches. Number 1, constructivist approach. The constructivist approach is based on the idea that learners construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world through experiencing things and reflecting on those experiences. When teachers implement a constructive approach, they encourage students to use active techniques to create more knowledge and then to reflect on and talk about what they are doing and how their understanding is changing. For example, a science teacher might ask students to design their own experiments to understand the principle of physics. Students are actively involved in their learning as they hypothesize, experiment, and then discuss their findings. Number 2, collaborative approach. Collaborative learning is an educational approach involving groups of learners working together to solve a problem, complete a task, or create a product. This approach is founded on the idea that learning is a naturally social act in which the participants talk among themselves. For example, in a language class, students might work in groups to write and perform a play in the language they are learning. This not only helps them practice the language but also teaches teamwork and problem solving. Number 3, integrative approach. The integrative approach involves creating a learning environment that helps students make connections across the curriculum, integrating knowledge from different disciplines. This approach can help students see the bigger picture and understand how different areas of knowledge intersect. For example, a project that required students to calculate the cost of materials for a school event can integrate math, economics, and practical life skills. Number 4, reflective approach. In the reflective approach, students are encouraged to think about their own learning process and to evaluate their own progress. This can help them become more aware of their learning styles and strategies and make adjustments to improve their understanding. For example, after completing a writing assignment, students might be asked to write a reflection on their strategies they used, what they found challenging, and what they could do differently next time. Finally, inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning is a dynamic and student-centered approach to education that is rooted in asking questions, problem-solving, and exploratory learning. Teachers guide the process, but the students are at the center of the learning, actively involved in exploring the material. For example, in the history class, rather than simply lecturing about historical events, a teacher might present students with a historical problem and ask them to research and present their findings on possible causes and effects. In conclusion, pedagogy is a critical component of effective teaching and learning. By understanding and applying these approaches, teachers can create a rich learning environment that encourages students to engage deeply with the material and develop a lifelong love of learning. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this video is very useful for you. So thank you very much. If you have any question, query, or you need any support for making a decision, don't hesitate to write an email to theteachingpartner@gmail.com. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Pedagogy refers to the art, science, or profession of teaching. It encompasses the principles, methods, and practices that teachers use to facilitate student learning, promote academic achievement, and support personal growth. वीडियो के ये खास की takeaways हैं, जैसा कि pedagogy is the art and science of learning. It is about fostering critical thinking and deeper understanding in students. Remember, effective pedagogy turns a classroom into a space where students are not just passive receivers of information, but active participants in their own learning journey. Now let's discuss the specific role that pedagogical skills play in primary education. As a primary educator, your responsibilities include understanding students, यानी ये जाने कि बच्चों की डाइवर्स लर्निंग नीड्स और लर्निंग स्टाइल्स कौन कौन से हैं. करिकुलम डिज़ाइन, क्रिएटिंग engaging, relevant and challenging learning experiences. Instructional strategies, using evidence-based methods to promote students' learning, such as inquiry-based and project-based learning, as well as integrating technology into your teaching. और आखिर में assessment and feedback, regularly evaluating students' progress, providing constructive feedback, and adjusting instructions to meet students' needs. Classroom management, यानी establishing a positive, inclusive, and respectful learning environment that supports both social, emotional learning and academic achievement. और आखिर में reflecting and evaluation, reflection and evaluation. Continuously reflecting on your own teaching practices, evaluating their effectiveness, and making data-driven decisions to improve your instruction. इन तमाम skills में महारत के बाद आप एक ऐसा learning माहौल create करने के काबिल हो जाएंगे जो बच्चों की holistic development के लिए बहुत साजगार साबित होगी. Importance of pedagogical skills. Why are pedagogical skills so important? Here are some key reasons. Improve student learning outcomes by catering to diverse needs. Enhance teacher confidence through effective teaching practices. Promote critical thinking among students, preparing them for real-world challenges. Foster a positive classroom environment that supports collaboration and respect. Support diverse learners by encourage reflective practice that helps you grow as a professional. Enhance professional development opportunities for teachers. Support assessment and evaluation to ensure continuous students' growth. Foster collaboration and communication within the classroom. Improve teacher job satisfaction by achieving meaningful results. Pedagogical skills are not just tools. They are the foundation of effective teaching and learning. Understanding child development. आइए एक वीडियो देखते हैं.
Why is it important for teachers to understand child development? Although children develop in their own unique way, it is important for every teacher to understand the development of children. Nowadays, schools play an essential role in the socialization of children. Therefore, it is essential for teachers to know how to help their students socialize in the best way. If teachers have an understanding of children's development, this can help them come up with a plan that can enable them to maximize students' success in both academic and social activities. The knowledge of these development stages can also help teachers to minimize problems in the classroom. There are several reasons why understanding child development as a teacher is important. Several scenarios may come up in the classroom, and this can be of importance for teachers if they understand child development. Children are not yet adults, and this means that their mental, intellectual, physical, and emotional foundations are still forming. The disciplinary action that a teacher may take on a kindergarten kid should be very different from that taken on the 5th or 6th grader. Teachers should understand child development. This will enable them to understand how children's abilities and attitudes develop. With this, they will understand children better and know how to teach them. Teachers will also be in a position to know the things that are important for children at any given time. By understanding child development, teachers will find it easy to teach and manage their students. Education itself is another form of child development. So for this to be effective, teachers should also have a better understanding of their development. This knowledge is essential for teachers since it helps them in planning, content development, and compilation of lessons. Children develop at different rates and follow certain stages. It is therefore very important for every teacher to understand what children at a certain age group can be in a position of doing. Some teachers make a mistake of teaching children what they are not developmentally ready to do. This affects children negatively. Every child develops at their own pace, and with this knowledge, you will be able to know what your students are ready for and what they are not ready for. The knowledge of child development allows teachers to know how their students work and how they can relate to them. It also enables them to know the mindset of their students and how to reach them progressively. The importance of teachers understanding child development is pretty obvious. Teachers play a significant role in their students' socialization. Middle school is a level with a lot of confusion, and this is the time when students undergo dramatic changes which may shape how they will be in their future life. As a teacher, you can lead your students into becoming responsible and well-developed adults. And this is by teaching them to socialize appropriately and also helping them in developing a strong sense of personal identity. Remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel.
To effectively teach, you need to understand how children grow and develop. This knowledge helps you tailor your teaching methods and plan activities that are age-appropriate and meaningful, as highlighted in this video. Teachers should know how students socialize in appropriate ways. They must understand the mental, educational, physical, and emotional foundations of their students. Recognize that each child develops at their own pace, requiring different approaches. Adjust disciplinary strategies to suit the developmental stage of students. Primary age children are not yet adults. Their mental, intellectual, physical, and emotional foundations are still forming. By understanding child development, you can connect with your students more effectively and provide them with the support they need to thrive. Welcome to the journey. Thank you for joining us for this session. This is the first step in the series of discussions and resources aimed at empowering you as a primary educator. Together, let's ensure that every child in your classroom receives the quality education they deserve. Next session में मुलाकात होगी.